guys, this is Dodger, and this is my awesome guest, Ro, and welcome to my DIY show. Today we're going to make chocolate molds because Ro has a show called Nerdy Nummies, and she uses molds for chocolate all the time, but the ones that you can get at the store sometimes aren't specifically what you want, and hand making them is just impossible. So I wanted to show how you can take things that you probably have around your house and be able to turn them into a mold and make food products out of them.
Yeah.
So this is one that I made a little while ago. It's out of the same material that we're gonna make today. It's made out of silicone and it is food safe, but you can kind of see if you get in close. It's a little gun keychain that I had, and if you look closely, you can see that all of the little details are there. The silicone will pick up a lot, so it's pretty awesome. You wind up with really detailed stuff. When you're going to do a silicone mold, and a lot of mold making products actually come this way, is you're going to have part A and part B. When you mix the two, that's when the chemical reaction happens and it starts to harden. So most packaging will have what's called the work time and what's called the cure time. The work time is the amount of time that you have before you need to leave it alone and just let it sit. So I've worked with things before, like some foams, you only have 30 seconds to mix it, pour it, and just leave it alone, and it is so crazy. But with this stuff, fortunately, we have a little bit more time. We have about a 4-minute work time.
Okay.
So
good to know.
You start that, you mentally start that, or even on your phone or with a timer, the second that the two pieces touch. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and I just kind of eyeball it. You just pull some out, roll it into balls, and when the balls look about the right size, then you mix them together and shove them on something. So, yeah, it should be pretty easy. I brought a lot of stuff here so that you can see just how many different things around your house you could possibly make. These are both magnets. This is a mint tin. We've got some dice here because Ro really wanted to make some chocolate dice possibly. We've got keychains, old controller parts, earrings, a pin. With things like this, you're always gonna have this little loopy here. So it won't be a completely clean product, although you can change it a little bit after it's already been sitting. You ready for this?
I am so ready for this. You don't need gloves, so I noticed you're not wearing gloves.
You don't need gloves. It's non-toxic.
Okay.
It's totally fine. So if you wanted to scoop a little bit out of there.
With my finger?
Yep. Just gonna take some out.
Oh.
We're going to use Amazing Mold Putty today because it's something that you can get really easily and it's pretty cheap. There's another product called silicone plastique that's more expensive and it's a little bit hardier. It's harder to tear, but chocolate isn't like a high intensity thing.
Here's my ball.
Yours is way bigger.
Oh,
I'm getting more. No, don't worry
I-
about it. Go big or go home, right? Let's do this.
Oops. I just have a really big ball.
God, your balls are just so shiny and nice. So that's about the right size. So the way that I've done this before that I think is the easiest way to make sure that you're not spending a ton of time like kneading it together is to turn them both into long strips. And then, ready?
Okay. Oh!
Whoa! As fast as you can, just kind of work them together. And eventually it's just gonna turn into like a lighter yellow color.
So right now, this is where that chemical reaction between A and B is happening.
Yes.
Chemicals is happening, bonding and such.
Yeah, there's all sorts of
Chemistry.
science happening at this table right now. Now we're going to do what's called the skim layer. When you have like little details, you wanna make sure that you take a little bit at a time and on the surface of whatever you're making a mold of, you shove it into all of those little details first. And once you feel like it's in all of the tinier details, like we had the little arrows on the top, then you can just take a big clump and kind of press it in there. In a really dry place, it could probably sit for only 20 minutes, but we're gonna leave it for 30 so that we don't mess anything up. Well, it doesn't look too fancy, but you would be able to make chocolate mold out of that. And we have so much left that I feel like we should do another thing.
Another one.
Do this since there's like tons of detail on it.
Okay, so the skim layer, we push it really good. Oh, oops.
No, it's okay, it's okay. Roll your finger off of it. And
Get all the little
details.
crooks
Just
and
get it.
crannies.
Yep, just shove it right in there. Once you do that, honestly, we could just do this. You can flatten this out and then go like this.
Okay, go, go.
Merp.
Oh man, I like this method. Let's do a die. Do a die.
Do a die. Okay, so to show you guys what an actual clean one will look like, we're going to use our little Oregon magnet that we have. Because it doesn't have any little details on it, we don't need to do a skim layer. So we can take something like this that has a really smooth surface on the bottom. I made the mistake before where I use like Tupperware that has some sort of an angle on the bottom, and you're just gonna get lots of air pockets and it's no good. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna use the rest of that to make sure that we've got plenty.
All of this.
Yeah.
Oh, my fingers aren't long
I was gonna
enough.
say, my fingers are really short. So because we have tiny lady hands, we're each gonna do half of this because it's a lot. And it's a race road.
How's yours looking? Oh, I'm gonna do that too.
Just, we need to get some leverage on this. All right. And then I'm just gonna take this, set it down, and then just press it in. And we're just gonna leave it so it doesn't get any weird ridges or anything. So now we have all of these. We get to pull whatever little doodad we had out and see how they wound up looking. Some things that are kind of hilarious that happen. So on this one, we have some really fancy overlap. It's not really gonna affect it in any sort of a negative way because you get to choose how much chocolate you put in there. It's not like it has to take to all of this. But you tend to want to avoid that, so that was my bad. Just make sure that whatever you're working with doesn't have some sort of a weird bulb on the bottom and that it's perfectly flat so that you don't have these issues. The other one that's definitely an experiment is the dice, because you always need to make sure that whatever area of it is flat is where the opening is, and the bigger the better, obviously. But with the dice, you just kind of have to pick an edge and hope that you can open it up enough.
Pop it out of there.
Bend it and just pull it out. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It got the face, so you
Yeah.
can see.
Like the edges are a little messy, but again, you get to put that chocolate in there.
So
and
detailed.
It takes out all of those details. So you can't see in there, but what's cool is that when we do the chocolate one, if we can get it out of there safely, which I think we can because it's stretchy enough, it actually took to all of the numbers too. So we'll be able to see the numbers on the chocolate, so that's pretty fun.
Oh my gosh. How do I do this?
Yeah.
Oh, magic knife.
Oh, magic knife from nowhere. How convenient. Do you like how I was like, oh, Ro, you do this one. I'll do this super easy one.
And I'm just like, get the f out of there. Oh,
Yeah, we did it.
Woo! Look at that.
Victory.
Look how smooth that is,
Teamwork
too.
is what it needed.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Can I just pop this out?
Now I've got a little Oregon.
Oregon mold.
Should we plop some chocolate in these?
Yeah, let's put some chocolate in there. So you're gonna take scissors. We took white melted chocolate and heated it up, snip the tip, and then just fill in the mold.
Oh man, okay.
Go, go, go. We're gonna put these in the freezer for about 5 minutes. They set really fast.
Oh, I'm so excited. So they're out of the freezer, and now do we have to do anything special? Just pop them out?
Yeah, just pop them out. So I'm gonna try the big boy. Pull up the sides.
Okay.
And since the mold is flexy, it's really cool. It's just like the rubber molds.
Right.
We gotta loosen it up and pop it in.
We can still draw a little
Yeah.
green heart on it with frosting, and I'll try to pop these guys out. Oh, there we go.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
We did some chocolate molds, guys. Again, like this doesn't have to just be for food. This can be for resin, which is really hard to find molds for. This can be for wax. It can be for butter if you're doing other types of food stuff. Like, they're really, really useful.
Cheese.
Yeah, cheese. You could
Fancy
put
cheese
some
molds?
cheese in there, freeze it, and make it all sorts of fancy. We're gonna do weird stuff. So thank you for being on here.
And thanks for having me.
It was fun. And if you guys make molds of something super cool, you should totally show us pictures or video responses. Let us see what you wound up doing. And I hope you enjoyed watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Mwah.